Hello, my name is Mary Waiss, and I am Vice President of Market Development for Keya Medical. It is my pleasure to talk to you today about Keya Medical and our flagship product, DEEPVESSEL FFR. Keya Medical is an international medical technology company that is developing deep learning-based medical devices for disease diagnosis and treatment, covering specialties including cardiology, neurology, pulmonology, pathology, and surgery. Since 2016, Keya has collaborated with hospitals and leading key opinion leaders around the world. We have offices in Seattle, Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Beijing. And today I'm going to talk to you about our flagship product that we are selling worldwide, DEEPVESSEL FFR, AI-enabled CT-derived fractional flow reserve analysis. What does that mean? Hopefully by the end of this talk, in the next 10 or 15 minutes, you will have a good understanding of FFR and the importance of this product in the care of patients with chest pain. The clinical value of CT-FFR is nicely portrayed in this diagram. Patients that present with chest pain historically have gone directly to invasive angiography. Subsequently, and in recent years, with the increasing prevalence of CT scanners and the increasing accessibility to those scanners, patients that present with chest pain often start with a CTA, cardiac CTA, that evaluates stenosis in the coronary arteries. Those with stenosis with greater than 50% find their way to invasive angiography to evaluate for stent placement. Those with less than 50% are followed medically. Today, and with the advent of CT-FFR, which is an assessment of the physiological changes in the coronary arteries, the patients are further triaged. So patients today presenting with chest pain go for that same cardiac CTA, but those with stenosis of less than 30% are followed medically. Greater than 90% go straight to the cath lab for their angiogram. This area here of 30 to 90% is where CTR fits, improving the triage for those patients with chest pain. With the CT-FFR, if the results are greater than 0.8, there's no need for further invasive tests. These patients are followed clinically. If it's less than or equal to 0.8, those patients go for invasive angiography and very often require stent placement. Increasingly, the professional societies and organizations are recognizing the importance of CT-FFR. The American Heart Association, together with the American College of Cardiology and other leading professional cardiovascular societies, have presented guidelines for the treatment and the monitoring of patients with chest pain, showing that the importance of first CCTA and FFRCT as a frontline test for patients with chest pain. Also, at the same time, increasing numbers of prospective and retrospective single-center and multi-center trials with results being published in peer-reviewed publications are showing the importance of the FFR-CT analysis in the ongoing care of patients with chest pain. So our product, DEEPVESSEL FFR, is a non-invasive coronary artery functional assessment. It's a medical device that uses deep learning neural networks to perform a non-invasive physiological functional assessment of the coronary arteries from CCTA exams. The software generates a 3D interactive model and a PDF report, which I'll demonstrate for you here shortly. The results are returned electronically to the physicians and can be uploaded to their electronic medical records or their workstations. We can customize that for the clients. The product is CE marked, Chinese FDA cleared, and FDA cleared for use in the US. Our product is unique in that it uses deep learning neural networks and the many advantages involved related to using AI and deep learning neural networks. Just a few of these advantages: it uses less computational power, performs the analysis in minutes, and the performance is improved with more data. So a few subsequent versions of the product, as we move along, are generating ever better results. So just to summarize the advantages of CT-FFR and our product, Deep Vessel FFR: it's non-invasive, no need for a cath to get these results, calculates non-invasive FFR from coronary CTAs, highly accurate. I'll show you some of those results momentarily. Comprehensive. We are able to evaluate the FFR calculations at every point in the coronary artery tree. Efficient. The results come quickly. Accessible. The results can be viewed on PCs, tablets, and smartphones. Here's our story of the progress of the progression of Deep Vessel FFR. The company started in 2016. Very quickly in 2018, received the CE mark for the product. In 2020, we received the Chinese FDA clearance. And in 2022, we received the US FDA clearance. Of course, all of these clearances require large data sets to validate the accuracy of the product. And so there's a considerable amount of research and validation research that has gone into these regulatory approvals. A few of these, I'll share with you the data from a few of these. The ADAPT study was a multi-center validation study that gathered the data for the FDA clearance. The goal was to get a target rate of 75% and 70% for sensitivity and specificity. We exceeded those goals set by the FDA and easily achieved the FDA clearance. Other tests: this was a study that was presented by Dr. Yunde Chen at ACC earlier this year in New Orleans as late-breaking science. It was a prestigious honor to be able to present this data as late-breaking science, reflecting the importance of the work that she had done. 1,216 patients from 6 medical centers in China, validating the importance and the accuracy of this tool. Another study done in 2017 at the NGen Hospital, accuracy and sensitivity of 88 and 77. 2 years later, those numbers and future versions of the product, those numbers are even better. And a retrospective study from the Fuwai Hospital. Again, all data that's important in validating the product for these regulatory clearance that Keya Medical is proud to say that we are, in fact, the only company that has those 3 clearances. And now I'm happy to share with you a few cases. So what you can see here is what the doctor will see after they've sent the cases to for analysis. They come back to their workstations and can start to select any one of these cases, and the study is uploaded on the doctor's computer. And usually the first thing the cardiologist or the radiologist, whoever's reading the study, will do is engage with this interactive coronary artery tree. The software allows for the physician to rotate the tree. They can enlarge it, they can reduce it in size, and most importantly, they can interrogate these coronary artery vessels at any point on the vessel and get these important numbers, the fractional flow reserve percentage and the diameter of the vessel. And so this particular patient was sent for CCTA and FFR to determine if they needed to go to the cath lab for stenosis in their coronary arteries for a stent placement. And so these are the results. You can see that the range here, the critical range, is in this 80% area. Anything in the red is stenotic and needs some kind of treatment. And in the blue, that's normal. So most of this patient's coronary artery tree is normal. We can look here in the right coronary artery, see 100% deep vessel DVFFR calculation with a vessel diameter of 4.5. The area of interest appears to be right here. And we can see some narrowing, which they probably saw in the CCTA, and wanted further information. So we can see as we're following through this vessel, we've got 0.94, 0.91 if you're looking up in the upper right, dropping as low as 0.9. Really, at no point does it achieve that critical measurement where this patient needs to go to the cath lab for a stent placement. And so you can see this is the PDF report created by the analysts. they share a nice panorama, and then show the area of interest at 0.87 here in the coronary artery tree. I can sort of align that to what they've decided was the important area of interest, and the vessel. Now, if we go back and we select a patient that has more disease, can take this patient, and again, the first thing the physician is going to do is start to rotate this coronary artery tree and get a sense for the status of this patient's coronary artery vessels. And you can see quite a bit more red here than on the previous patient, and so quite a few more areas of stenosis. This particular one is quite interesting right here. You can see that you can actually see the narrowing, and we've got DEEPVESSEL values of 0.83, but as we work our way through, we start to drop into the area of 0.79, where it's an indication for sending this patient to the cath lab is indicated. And again, we can rotate through this and interrogate these coronary arteries at any point in the tree and get those very important numbers. Here is the PDF report that accompanies the interactive coronary artery tree, the panorama of the coronary arteries, and then the analysts create these lovely, elegant reports that include the areas of interest from the coronary artery tree, the fractional flow reserve measurement along the longitudinal view of the coronary artery. And again, because there's more disease in this patient, there's more images, and the analysts do a nice job of demonstrating both the location on the coronary artery tree and then on the CT image. And so again, quite a few more images here. And so that is a few examples of the demonstration of the product. So my pleasure to share all this with you. Feel free to reach out with any questions that you may have.